Hello, DJ.
Hello. What's up, guys?
Hi.
We have a gaming channel together, and Animators VS Games, and he's also heading up the new game that we're creating, Animation Versus, and we also have the lead developer of Animation Versus here. So
Ta-da.
Muno's here.
Hi.
Hello, Muno.
Hey guys.
Muno face
Hey,
reveal.
What's going on? Yeah, this is my face reveal. I couldn't ask for a better stream to do it on.
So yeah, how long has this been in production?
Since last January, so about a year,
Over
3
a
months, something like that. Yeah.
year. Wild. That's crazy.
How long stuff
It doesn't
takes.
feel like it was that long ago when I heard you guys starting to work on this.
Yeah. For most of
It's
that,
been even longer. I mean, like this game in particular wasn't what we were working on, but we've talked to like a lot of people over the years about making a game for a while, and it just wasn't moving. We always like kept it in the back of our head that we wanted to do it. And like, dude, as soon as Muno dropped the Rivals of Aether thing, I was like, yeah, that's our guy. That's who I'm contacting. I don't know. The last few years, like I've found that leading with like passion, like finding people who are like just passionate about a project, who would have done it regardless of if we would have worked with them or not, is such a good call. Like as you guys can see, like the amount of love and like skill and talent we have on this team is really coming through, I think.
DJ's been really good at kind of heading up the whole production so that I can focus on just continuing to make animations. So like I check in once every few weeks, and then every time I show up, it's like, oh my gosh, there's a whole new character and they have all these new moves and all the moves look amazing. And luckily DJ understands my characters, so he can like make calls to like, their limbs are a little bit, they don't walk like that, or this.
I'm so particular. Muno must hate me. Like I'm like, that animation's great. Let me adjust the torso on like the next 30 frames.
I mean, I hate you a lot less now that Bar is doing all the animations. I'll tell you that.
Poor Bar is like, I hate you more.
Yeah.
Because I am that particular. Like if I'm gonna work on something and have my name attached to it, I need it to look amazing. And like, luckily, Muno, Bar, Bobby, the background, like you guys are already so talented and like good at stuff, but just making sure that we keep that bar real high.
The Bar.
All right.
I'm so glad we brought him on so that I'm not doing quite everything anymore.
Well, with how much funding we've gotten so far, we're gonna have a lot more people on board in a little bit. Like we definitely, like as we're hitting these like stretch goals, it does make the game have more work to do. But the more money we get, the more people we can bring on to make sure that we hit, hopefully, the date we kind of said, the 28th, but the 2028, but like,
very rough estimate because game development is complicated. But
So who's playing who here?
All right, so I'm red.
I'm orange.
Muno is orange.
Yeah.
Second coming. We're just gonna do a few rounds, like maybe one round with each of the characters, so that we can just get a nice overview of what all the moves are.
Whoever wins more of them is the better player.
There's so much at stake.
These are my characters. I can't lose with my own characters.
Not in front of 4,000 people.
No. Muno's I'm gonna have to give my channel to Muno if I lose.
Oh, stakes are so high.
Like, you better lose, Muno.
So if you're just if you're tuning in and you've never seen this game before, there's two big new mechanics that we have. There's this block, which you have to block in the right direction, and you can use it to get out of a combo. And then there's the HP. And so when our HP is low enough in that little striped area, it means that we can get knocked out of the ring, and that means you lose. But until then, you just kind of bounce off the wall. So you got to whittle down their health and then launch them.
Why did we do that, Muno?
Why did we
having a platform off of the edge?
Well, one really big reason is because when you have in a traditional platform fighter, like your Smash Brothers, that kind of thing, if you're new to the game, then if you're new and you don't know how to jump, don't know how to recover and up B, then then you're gonna fall off and you're gonna die immediately, and it's kind of frustrating for newer players.
Like broadened it out to like everyone instead of just me and Alan being so bad at platformers that like.
That did happen a lot in the Rivals video.
Yeah.
I was kind of disappointed that it was just going to be Alan and Muno fighting because I was practicing the last few days, and then I find out, oh, it's all for nothing. Okay, fine.
Oh, it's all for
Well, I
nothing.
mean, we could restart and get you in there. But
Yeah, I mean,
we could do like a
it's on-
tourney right now. Let's see who's the best.
I mean, I lost the previous
Yeah,
one. Here,
you're
let's do
hosting
that.
the
Let's do that.
Parsec.
Hey, Hatena.
Okay.
Oh,
You take
okay,
yellow.
okay. I wasn't. I was trading.
Okay. Yeah, all the characters so far have really different archetypes, which is fun. Like Green is, well, you'd call him a sword fighter, but he has a fishing rod. But it kind of acts like a sword because it's really big, pretty powerful. It's kind of a challenge to balance around Green in a game like this because of the animations. He's kind of good at everything. But in this game, his moves are a bit slower than everyone to compensate for the range. So it's kind of his weakness.
Nice and balanced.
He's also got this really cool fishing rod move in the air. You can grapple around, pull yourself to people and kick them like that. And he's got a guitar, because of course he's really into music. Yellow is really cool. You can see this projectile. You can shoot it at a delay, or you can shoot it right away. So it's kind of like a mix up there. Yeah. If you hit B in the air, you can do a different projectile.
Oh yeah.
And then if you hit the dash button in the air, you can do a teleport, like that. So yellow's kind of our projectile character, kind of our zoner. So he wants to keep you at far away range and kind of pressure you from a distance. In the final game, he's going to have even more different projectiles throw at you, but we've only made a couple of them so far. And of course, yellow, his weakness is that if you do get up close to him, he kind of struggles a bit. His moves are a bit weaker. They don't combo as well. Oh man,
Big range.
right. They do kill pretty well.
Oh, they do.
Okay. We did one round per
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
Right.
Okay,
Dibs on
I'm
blue.
up. I'm up.
I'm picking blue. We got to go to the stage we haven't shown yet. Another cool thing in this game is that when you get a KO, it launches you to another area of the stage. So like you saw in the previous one, we were in the forest area from AVA 9 Wanted, but then it launches you over to the lake when you get a KO. And every stage is going to be like that in the game. We'll see that with the city too after this round.
Fly here.
Blue is probably my favorite character to play as so far because he has a lot of really cool multi-hit moves like this. And he's got potions. He's got a teleport.
Get over here.
You recognize it from AVM probably. Teleport behind him and then do moves. You can even do really cool combos with it. He's kind of like a jack of all trades, but red is better up close than he is. Yellow is better from a distance than he is. So he's kind of a neat all-rounder with some tricky stealth things like that.
On back there behind that.
So that's really fun. And purple is really cool because he has an extra double jump. You can jump 2 times in the air like that.
Oh yeah.
He has a glide if you dash in the air.
Yep.
He has lots of attacks where he kind of goes up into the air, and all of his air moves are pretty strong. So he's got, I mean, you could guess from looking at him, but he's the air character of this game. And he's got a lot of really cool things that no one else in the game can really do in the air. So,
Whoa.
really interesting stuff there.
Yeah, we're at
you.
484,000.
Jeez.
Goodness gracious.
Insane. Yeah, we like far surpassed the goal in the first day, right?
Yeah.
That was absurd.
That was a worrying night. Like I didn't get any sleep that night. I was definitely worried because for me it's like we needed to at least hit like 40,000 in the first 2 days or 3 days to like probably hit our goal. But man, you guys smashed it. Like we were so much higher.
I remember Anya and I were there during the start of the campaign, and before DJ like woke up, it hit
I was
the
there.
first goal.
I was
Oh,
lurking.
okay.
I just
Okay.
wasn't saying anything.
Oh. Wow, you're really leaving us alone during such a crucial time.
I like to sit back. I don't want to
So
smother my
we're going
team.
to talk about the
Let you guys
stretch
do your
goals and what people can expect about this game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've hit a lot of stretch goals so far.
Oh yeah, wow.
Yeah, we started out with kind of like, okay, if this is a fighting game, we want to have characters, we want to have stages, because we have the 6 characters that you've seen so far, but obviously there's certain characters that people would want to see in an AVA fighting game, and so those are kind of, get those out of the way first. But then, as you see kind of near the bottom of this graphic, it turns out this game isn't just going to be a fighting game, it's going to be a really cool single player game as well, or co-op game. We've got a roguelite mode, which if you're not familiar, that is a randomly generated adventure mode that you play through, and it's going to different every time you play. And if you die, you have to go back to the beginning, but you can upgrade your character and you can get power-ups to make it a bit easier. Or if you want a challenge, you could do a run where you don't get any power-ups and you kind of just say, no, I'm just going to do this at full difficulty and really cool challenge. There's going to be a mix of platforming, a bit of puzzly stuff maybe, and also fighting. So it's not just CPU opponents on the versus map. It's like there's a bit of platforming stuff, a bit of traversal stuff. So it's going to be really fun.
As a roguelite, I love roguelites and roguelikes, and that's like one of the things that I was most excited about seeing funded. As soon as that happened, I'm like, okay, cool. Me and Alan got mad content for AVG.
Yeah.
Hopefully, everyone else will really enjoy it too. But yeah, like we have so much cool stuff planned for the roguelite.
And it's really great. I was going to say it's really great for the health of the game too, because as a fighting game, those are always, if you get into it, it's really fun, but it can be hard for newer players to approach it sometimes because you have to learn all this stuff before you can not get destroyed online. But with the single player mode, it'll really widen the appeal. And if you're not a fighting game player historically, you have something to jump into, and maybe you're like, hey, I like this game so much, I want to try and get better at it online, go into the versus mode, and that's where you can that's when you can really start learning. And I think that's great to have a kind of more welcoming place than the sweaty online ranked mode for people.
Yeah.
I mean, what's cool too is our roguelite. I mean, it is its own thing, but it also has its own story with it too, guys. So you guys are gonna get some fun stuff too. But man, if we could get the next one, that's the one I think you guys are really going to enjoy.
Yeah, the story mode is a really cool thing because it's going to be a new little plot line set in the AVA universe. It's not like an adaptation of the animations. It's like a whole new little storyline. It's going to have animated cutscenes. It's going to be really interesting, and it might have something to do with that character that some of you guys picked up on. If you actually zoom in on this image right here, the single player might be related to that guy, might be related to some of the more mysterious stretch goal silhouettes that we have. But yeah, a lot to be revealed when the game is closer to being launched. But lots of we're doing a lot of things with this game beyond just adapting AVA.
So much time was put into this story. It's like a giant web. So like this is gonna be a legit story, guys. And that's exciting. Should we answer some questions that we've been getting, and also some from the chat?
Yeah. Okay. When will this new game come out?
Good question.
2028.
Hopefully. It sounds like stuff's just growing and growing. So
I mean, guys, the longer you wait, the better the game gets. Like that's just like the more time we have to like play test it, the more time we have to finesse it and make sure it absolutely looks perfect. So you don't want it to come out soon. You want to wait and make sure
you want it to sit and fester
and good. Yeah.
But but if you become a beta tester, you can get access earlier than 2028, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna need your help.
It's still not gonna be for a little while because we have to make the parts of the game that we want people to test. Right. But definitely gonna be quite a bit like before the game comes out is the idea. And not only do you get to play it, but you also get to help give us feedback and help inform what kind of game this turns into. Because
what tier is that? It's the $50 tier, I believe.
Yeah, that's right.
The $50 there and help us with that. I mean, if you guys haven't checked out our rewards, the tiers we got, we have so much cool stuff.
Oh, dude,
Like,
yeah.
There it is.
There's a couple of tiers
yeah.
that I would be like, I know exactly the one I would buy. In fact, I did buy one. I got the $400 tier myself, even though I'm already working on it. But I might upgrade it. I might want to get my own original pet. We'll see.
Maybe the coolest one that we have, or one of the coolest ones, is the ones where you get to design a character to be in the background of our levels. There's one tier where you get to design a stick figure, original character, and there's a different tier where you can design it like any character, and we'll draw it no matter, well, not no matter what it is, because there are things we can't.
Right.
And
Not everything.
but like it doesn't. But it doesn't have to be a stick figure.
Yeah, it could be like,
Yeah.
it could be your original version of Goku.
Sure.
Original OC.
Yeah, that's right.
DBZ character.
And dude, the stick figure one has been so popular that we originally put it as a limited tier. It's like, okay, we're gonna put it at like a limit of 100 because we got to draw all of them, and it's not like 100 people are gonna spend this much money anyway. It turns out 100 people did spend that much money already, and so we had to open up a second edition of it, so even more people can get in on it. And I guess we're gonna hire someone to do exclusively that.
Yes, yes, Muno, don't worry. Like that's what he was like. Oh, we have to draw 100 stick figures bar. I'm like, don't worry, guys. We'll get someone to do that.
There's also ones where you can hop in a developer meeting with us and pitch us your ideas, like in a video and like a voice call. So that's cool. And the lower tiers, we have cool stuff like little enamel pins that we're shipping out to people. Digital concept art book, so you get to see all the different sketches, including a bunch of stuff that we didn't actually end up using in the game, or stuff that changed a little bit before it got in. So that's really exciting. Lots of digital stuff, lots of custom things to put in the game, your own little touch. So lots of great stuff there.
I want to say, like, even though like the game we just played looks already really amazing, it's still missing a ton of stuff. Like most of the characters still don't have all their moves. So like that's all that I think needs to be done before we can start beta testing. Is that right?
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, I mean, I'm actually in the middle of rewriting a bunch of our code to be better. So I need to do that hopefully before the Kickstarter ends, because we got to start hiring people and working on the full game.
Someone asked, will this game be on Xbox and or mobile?
Good question. We would love to do that. Because we know there's a lot of people in Alan's community who would love to play the game on mobile or on console, and obviously we'd love that. That's definitely a goal we're going to target. Of course, with any kind of game, porting it to a different platform, it always comes with its own challenges, its own things you have to figure out. So, the answer is we'd love to.
Something from day one that I've wanted to have is not only like just being on the computer, PC specifically, but Mac, getting it on other systems, and mobile in particular, because we know that Alan's audience, you guys are from around the world. Like we're not all just in one country, so we want to make sure that you guys can join in on the fun if you just have like a cell phone or something like that. But heavily, we're gonna do our best to, regardless how much we get funded, but like we have the stretch goals kind of lined out, because really like all your help matters, and it's great to see you guys showing up and showing love, but we genuinely are going to make this game the best game we possibly can make. Like, and every bit that you guys do really helps.
All right, next question. And they said it all caps, so I have to scream it, right? That's what that means. Yeah.
I'll turn down my volume.
What's the white stick figure?
What is the white stick
he?
figure? He? That's a reveal.
Oh, is it?
Is it?
I don't know if we've specified yet.
No.
I don't think we know. Wait, so where is that? Is that
I mean,
this one? Or is that different?
I think they talk about the stretch goal.
They're talking about the character in the concept art that
you were zooming
we've been very, very coy about so far.
Oh, we've unlocked him. They were at 420.
Is it this guy?
Let's go. Mhm.
It might be.
We're all looking at each other. It's like, should we?
Maybe.
tell?
Hmm.
No, we can't tell you guys just yet. Unlock story mode first, and we'll maybe give you some more details. Yeah. There's
There we go.
there's an interesting element to that character, and boy, do we want to tell you. It's gotta help us out a little more.
Another question.
I'll give you a
Yeah,
hint. It is a stick figure. It does have 2 arms.
That opens up a lot of
like-
possibilities.
I know, right?
Dang.
What
Alright.
do we got here?
How much will
Oh.
the game cost? They said, please, I really want to be able to play it.
To
But how much will it
be
cost?
determined, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think we. Yeah, I mean,
We haven't locked in a price just yet, but I mean, if you get the lowest tier on our Kickstarter for I think $30, you're getting the game.
Mhm.
So if
Yeah.
you want to get it at that price right now, it will definitely be that price at least. So you can get it right now.
yeah, I mean, you guys have, by which I mean our Kickstarter backers, you guys have tripled the scope of the game within the past 48 hours. So we definitely, we need to figure out, or we need to ultimately decide how much this game will cost in light of that.
Sure.
But yeah,
All right, next question.
like DJ said, you can get it for 30 right now.
Yeah, next question. Is animation versus 2 players only?
No. Well, right now it is because I haven't programmed in 4-player. But if you're watching the trailer on Alan's channel or on the Kickstarter page, you would see a little clip where we have 4 stick figures on screen, just kind of doing the little cheer thing. Yeah, doing this.
All of us.
Well, we all have to do it if
Yeah.
one person does it.
Okay.
Yeah, and so we're gonna have 4-player at least locally. Online, we'd like to have it too, but performance is we'll probably have it online, but definitely local, just like in Smash Brothers. And you can all hop on.
Like, some of our best
Yep.
memories as kids or it's like LAN parties or even like playing together on couch co-op. So it's like we want to make sure that we can have those experiences for
Mhm.
people. Yeah, it's so freaking fun when there's just utter chaos going on the screen.
And by the way, on the subject of 2-player multiplayer, or multiplayer in general, not only is there a multiplayer in the versus mode, but as you can see on the screen right now, there's also co-op in the roguelite mode, at least locally. Online would be a bit tricky for that, but definitely local. Be really fun to hop in with a friend and fight some enemies, do some platforming. And if there's any fighting game nerds in the chat, you should know that our online for versus mode is going to have rollback netcode, which means it is going to be good.
Right.
Well, thank you guys for joining us and talking about it.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
So, where can
And
we
guys, if you
go?
can, please support the Kickstarter. We have so much cool stuff.
Yes. The first
Really
link in the
planned, like-
description.
animationversus.com. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining. We appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.
DJ,
Bye.
thanks, Bruno.
Cool. Happy 30 million, Alan. Bye.
Happy 30 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.